And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
He got 29 yards that time.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
A.J. Dillon
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Running the counter with Mostert.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 48 yards.
And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally,
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready, break.
A run with Mostert up the middle. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
2 and now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Hurry!
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Ready. Wait.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Nick Needham picks it off, and the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On play action, here's Tua. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to the running game with Mostert.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's Tua.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Looking deep downfield. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to try and go deep again.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. From the 6.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a first down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Jones
from 3 yards out.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now Crosby for the point after. That's up and good. It's 22-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Rolling to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him. Hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're...
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big pickup of 38. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defense is planned for this all the time.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
To throw is Rodgers. Being chased out left.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Got a man, it's Tonyan. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan,
37 yards.
And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Tua on 4th down. Got a man, it's Ronald, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are right back in this football game. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play,
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he's got room.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go set. Ready.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Mostert. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Find Gesicki as tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice game. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. It's a run with Mostert.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. So often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on a 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams